You can't just manifest a baby by wishing hard enough, but when you really understand what manifestation really is, it becomes a very powerful tool in your fertility journey. So I'm curious, do you believe that your thoughts and that your energy matters on your path to parenthood? I'd love to hear your heart on this, so drop a comment in the description below. I read every single one, and I'd really love to hear your thoughts. So come on, let's go. And welcome to the Fertility Godmother Show, where we talk about all things fertility. Hi, I'm your host, Denise Rez, a fertility coach, neuroencoding specialist, and acupuncturist, lovingly known as the Fertility Godmother. And I help women and couples overcome their fertility struggles so that they can get pregnant, stay pregnant, and have a healthy baby without putting their life on hold. So there seems to be a lot of buzz lately about manifestation. I heard it on the news. I've seen it in Instagram. Somebody mentioned to manifest your baby. Other people are getting upset and insulted by it. So let's really take a minute to break it down. So first, let's talk about what manifestation is not, right? Because it's not so much that manifestation is the problem. What if it's just a piece of that whole puzzle of all the things that we need to do to get in alignment with our dreams and our goals? So manifestation is not crossing your legs and wishing for your baby into existence. Manifestation is not toxic positivity or pretending you're okay when you're not. Manifestation is definitely not about blaming yourself and feeling shame because things haven't happened yet, you haven't gotten pregnant yet, or you haven't been able to have your baby yet. Real manifestation is really about alignment. It's like setting yourself a goal, a vision, so that you can create that person that you want to be. You can heal the wounds. You can balance your body. It's about creating the emotional, the physical, and the energetic space to pull or bring your baby in. Manifestation is a lot of work. And I believe that there's a misconception that we just have to chant these affirmations and things are going to happen. Now, they could very well, because a lot of times when we repeat things over and over again, our nervous system starts to believe it. In order to create a belief, we have to have what's called a significant emotional event, something, really exciting or something traumatic happened, and then we create a belief about it, or something that's repeated over and over again until it becomes into our nervous system. You see this a lot with all this repetition of certain agendas people have for you to believe, and we have to really, really be mindful about it, because repetition is what creates a belief. You may have heard the saying, you tell a lie long enough, people will start to believe it, right? So whether that's something good for you, that's resourceful, or something that's unresourceful and hurting you, we form these beliefs. And so the thing about our beliefs is they're a thought, and our thoughts create how we feel, and how we feel is going to create what we do, and what we do creates what we have. And so therefore, that's all kind of part of that manifestation, or I actually like to use the word magnetism, because we have electrical pulses. We are electrical, energetic beings, right? We have a positive and a negative. Everything is functioning with electricity, kind of like a magnet. So manifestation is one of those universal laws that you can actually create. The thing is it doesn't just happen. So it's really not magic. It's actually science. So how do you manifest the right way? Well, I'm going to teach you my alignment method that I use in my coaching programs. And it's not about doing affirmations 100 times a day, which is great, and even better if you add some emotional intensity to them. But it starts with awakening the awareness. Awakening awareness is really about getting real with what's going on underneath the surface. This could mean looking at emotional blocks, limiting beliefs, physical imbalances, all these things that could be affecting your fertility, could be affecting your health. And you can't shift what you're not aware of. And a lot of times people take that step to become aware, and then we have to figure out how to shift it. But it all starts first with awareness. So, and we're always becoming aware, because it's a never ending cycle. As long as we are living, as long as we are above this ground, These things are going to be a continuous, never-ending process. So after we have the A for alignment, then it's L for loving yourself. Because let's be honest, beating yourself up isn't going to bring you closer to any of your goals. And it's definitely not going to bring you closer to having your baby, closer in your relationships, closer with yourself. It's beating yourself up isn't going to bring you more joy, more ease, more fulfillment. A lot of people feel like they need to beat themselves up in order to help them move forward. And yet, what would it be like if instead of having to beat yourself up to push forward, that you looked ahead and you were inspired by something so much that it actually pulled you forward? Next is I for integrating your mind, your body, and your beliefs. This is really where the magic happens. You can eat all the things healthy, take all the supplements, track your cycles, time it. But if your mind, if your thoughts are in that survival mode, they're still running that fear-based program from the past, your body feels it. Do it with me. Our thoughts create what we feel creates what we do, and what we do creates what we have. Keep saying it because you're going to get this. So when we use tools that actually rewire the brain and support the body, everything works better together. And from here we go to G, which is grounding your vision with aligned action. So this is the piece that I find when people are manifesting, they leave out. It's so important to create a vision, to create our goals, and then we have to take an action. We have to take an aligned action that's going to help us move closer to our goals. And that is the key, because manifestation, it's not just passive, hoping and waiting. You're not just dreaming, you're doing. You have a vision that you're moving closer to. It's kind of like using your GPS, right? You put in the destination and then it takes you to it. And sometimes it'll change routes depending on what's happening. So when we put the GPS in, when we put our goal in, our mind, our brain wants to have us get there. So we start to take the actions to help move us closer to it. And finally, N for nurturing your nervous system. And this is the other piece that a lot of people I see forget to do. And this is a non-negotiable. You can't receive when your body's in survival mode. You have to create that safety emotionally, physically, and hormonally. When your nervous system feels safe, it allows your body to heal. You see, our body has all the chemicals, all the neurotransmitters, all the hormones that it needs if we give it the right things, whether it comes from food, supplements, our thoughts, right? All of these things together are going to make a huge difference. And of course, we have to move our body as well. I know this sounds like maybe it's a lot. And what I also know is that there is no magic one thing. A lot of people that I work with in the beginning, they're looking for the one magic pill. And I'm sorry to share that it's going to take more than that. And the good news is there's a lot of things you can do, and you don't have to do them all perfectly. If you pick the area where you feel you need the most support in, and you start to shift and pivot in that area, you're going to start to see changes. So just pick one area of improvement that you can do, whether it's your emotional support, maybe it's eating healthier, whatever that one thing is, really get clarity, commit to it, and start taking action. Thank you so much for being here today with me. I hope you liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, please share it with someone who you know can benefit from it, someone who needs to hear this message today. And remember, hope is where it begins. Preparation is what makes it real. You're not alone. Let's go get this done. Sending you oceans of love, and I'll see you in the next video.